Hello everyone. Welcome back to Asia. I'm Yukari.
I'm Gus.
Today we are talking about
Cost comparisons between where we live here in Pennsylvania and Bangkok, Thailand.
日本とタイの物価の比較を今日はしてみます。Okay, Gus?
Right. Well, the first category is housing, and all the numbers I'm using today are from 2024. That's the last year I kept complete records for our household expenses. But we live in a 2,400 square foot house, and our expenses for 2024, housing expenses, that includes mortgage, taxes, insurance, association fees, totaled $43,600. So when we move to Thailand, there'll be three of us living there, Yukari, myself, and our daughter. And we'll probably need a 3-bedroom apartment or a condominium, in central Bangkok, a convenient location. And based on my research, what I've been doing, a condo like that, approximately maybe 300 square meters or 3,000 square feet, would probably run you maybe up to 3,000 a year. This is like an upper range condominium with all the facilities, a gym, pool, and in a good location close to transit in Thailand. So that would come out to probably maybe around 36,000 a year. So we're probably going to save, maybe 7 to 12,000 a year on housing.
So housing in Pennsylvania is in total, how much is it that you paid last year, 2024?
$43,600.
Okay, so that was, Okay, so how about our estimate in Bangkok, renting 3-bedroom apartment, and you are looking at about $3,000 a month?
I think that would be the maximum cost for a nice condo in a nice location close to transit.
So did you calculate in maximum cost? $3,000 a month?
Yeah, I think that's maximum.
Okay, so what's the total cost?
Well, if you use $3,000 a month, that'd be $36,000 a year maximum. That's probably, I think, on the high end. So we could probably get away maybe $2,500 a month for a 3-bedroom, depending on different factors. And this is like a mid-range type of place, not an ultra luxury, but a nice condo with all the facilities in a good location, close to the transit, close to the school. So I think.
Well, it depends on which school she is going to, but
Right.
Yes, but another option would be more bedrooms added and more. The rent with a 1-bedroom apartment is pretty affordable, like $500-600. However, 2-bedroom apartment, the monthly rent goes up, like probably $1,500. Then 3-bedroom, and it's rare. It's not many 3-bedroom condominium. So if you rent a condominium 3-bedroom, it's gonna be at least between $2,000 to $3,000. So we are thinking maybe we can just rent a studio apartment for my daughter in the same building. Then we can rent 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom apartment in the same condominium. And if we do that, then we can save even more money. Because studio is pretty affordable, and 1-bedroom with maybe close to 100 square meters, that's pretty spacious.
Right.
So, and some of the condominium has a small, like a maid room, So it's like 1.5 bedrooms. So that's we are looking at that too.
Mhm.
How about this housing utilities?
Okay, yeah. Utilities. In 2024, our utilities, and this includes gas and electric, water, sewer and trash, and all our telephone, landline, and cell phone. The total was $4,500 that we spent in 2024.
Now, what about breakdown utilities?
Well, I don't have a exact breakdown on that, but that's the total. The majority of it is probably electric. Electric here runs anywhere from, in the winter months, about $150 a month, up over $220 in the summer when we're running the air conditioning.
But also, the stove is electric.
Right.
Also, stove
Mhm.
and microwave and toaster oven, air fryer,
Refrigerator.
refrigerator. We have
freezers. They're the ones.
and we have a big freezer. So that is included in it. And then how about the hot water heater?
Yeah, that's electric. That's a big user of electricity, along with the refrigerator, and we have a standalone freezer that also. We have 2 refrigerators and a standalone freezer, so that makes a difference.
Usually, a Bangkok shower is a point of contact type of heating water to making hot water. The point of contact is like a little box. Some of the apartment in shower room, and so it's not like a hot water heater.
Right.
You know,
Yeah. Right.
there's no tank or anything like that.
Right.
So there's no waste of water because when you're taking shower, that produce a hot water.
Yeah.
And when you are not using water, then there's no excess water to keep heating. Like here in Pennsylvania, we use this hot water heating, right?
Yeah, it's a tank, and it's
Tank.
a hot water heater.
Yes.
Tank. Yeah.
And then gas. Also gas, we are paying for gas for
Our heat is natural gas. So during the winter, our natural gas bill can go up to maybe $120, $150 a month. During the winter months, the other months, it's only like the minimum cost, maybe $15. It's not bad.
and then gas price just went up or going to.
Probably, yeah. Usually every year it goes up 5-10%. Natural gas price. Electrics, goes up 5-10% every year. So.
Yes, so we don't have to worry about the gas bill in Bangkok. Only utility bill is electricity.
Well, yeah. What you would pay for in Bangkok, probably your electric for if you get a 3-bedroom condo, you're probably going to pay $200 a month, and that's just because you're going to be running a lot of air conditioning in Thailand. I mean, the rates are cheaper over there for electric than they are here, but it's just the fact that especially if you're on upper floor in the condo where it gets a little warmer than the lower floors.
Well, $200 would be upper limit because some
Yeah.
people they pay $80 if it's a 1-bedroom apartment, or if you are not in a house and you are just out about all day, and you can turn the AC down and you can use the fan to circulate. And if you are upper part of a condominium, and some people open windows to get the airflow and all that, so well, $200 would be you are like cranking up the air conditioner all the time. It's like really cold.
Yeah.
But we are not like that. We like a natural. Even here, when we use the AC, we set it like, what? It's 69 or 70
Well, at
or
night,
something.
but during
like
the
that.
day,
Yeah, during the day,
74.
74 degrees, and so yeah, it's pretty comfortable. So
Yeah, and then the other thing, well, in Thailand, water is very cheap compared. Our water bill here is like almost $90 a month, but in
yeah, we have two
Bangkok,
kids that take a long shower.
yeah, but in Bangkok, the probably the most is like maybe $15 a month. They're gonna pay for.
Well, I heard that like $15. I heard like $7 or something. Almost nothing in water. But $15 is like really
Yeah, that's
almost
probably
nothing.
the upper.
Also,
I'm going with the the upper limit there. But for there'll be three of us, so I'm just. And then your internet would probably run you. We're paying right now for internet here. We pay over $100, like $105 a month. Over there, you're probably going to pay 28.
well,
$30.
internet that includes what do you pay? Just a phone and the internet
No, well,
for
Wi-Fi.
the house.
Well, Wi-Fi.
Yeah, we don't get the cable.
Verizon Files.
Yeah, we don't get the cable, but then we have subscriptions, Netflix and Disney Plus and all that.
No, that didn't count.
That yeah, that up too.
That's more of entertainment. And then your cell plan for three of us, it would probably run $45 a month, which is pretty reasonable there too. I think we pay maybe. We don't have an expensive plan here. We're on the Mint Mobile. It's maybe $25 a month we pay or something for that. So you would probably altogether that's around $300 a month or $288 a month. So for the year, you're talking maybe $3,500 for utilities. So you probably save around $1,000 compared to what we're paying now.
Around $1,000 a month.
No, for the year.
$1,000 a year in utilities.
Right, that's just utilities.
Okay, so
and the last category I researched was transportation, and for us here in Pennsylvania, that includes automobile costs because we have two cars. They're both paid officers, and so we're just talking gas, insurance, maintenance, license, all that's license miscellaneous items. So in 2024 we spent $6,400 just for our vehicles.
Wow,
for
that's a lot.
Yeah, that and they're like I said, our vehicles were paid off. That's no loan costs or anything like that. That's just
so what did you spend for the maintenance, repairs, and the inspection?
Yeah, plus insurance.
Oh, insurance,
yeah,
yes.
And gas, gasoline.
Well, gas is included in that.
Yeah, gas. Yeah. So I did a research as far as three people using public transportation in Thailand. What they call the BTS or the MRT. That's the MRT is the subway. The BTS is the above ground rail line. And if you used it a moderate amount of time, for a year, for three of us, it would probably cost $3,000, and that might even be on the high end because it's not expensive at none of their public transit. So that's a savings of over $3,000 a year just for transportation. As long as we don't have a car, that's assuming we're not going to have a car in Thailand.
Okay, so is that everything?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is the total in here in the center of Pennsylvania in U.S.? The total cost of 2024, add them up all together.
Oh, these categories. Let me. What is that? That's 49. Well, those two come out to. That comes out to 50,000, 54,500. I think, and then Thailand would be around about 42,000. So you're saying at least $8,000 a year. I think.
$8,000 a year saving
Yeah.
in Thailand,
Mhm.
and it's not including a food and
No, I didn't do any research. Maybe next time I'll I'll do a little research on what our grocery costs are, and then kind of look up what our grocery and restaurant costs, and then try to do some comparisons.
okay. So is that so? That's everything.
Oh yes.
Okay. Do you have anything else
No.
to add?
No, thank you.
Okay. So so hopefully this is the information. This information is useful for some of you who are thinking of moving. So okay, so thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe so that you won't lose us. So see you in the next video.
Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye.